Hi everybody, Chris Biddle here with Light 23 Company. What I wanted to show you here was a kind of a proof of concept of what I intend to implement in my much larger cube than what you see here. This is an 8 by 8 by 8 LED cube, single color, but I've developed a much larger cube that is 16 by 16 by 16 LEDs, and it's RGB, multicolor. But anyway, what I've shown here is kind of a proof of concept of how I can Wi-Fi enable the cube. So I've developed a web interface here that allows me to control this the cube that you see here, and I just wanted to show you that a little demo of that. So the web interface basically has three parts to it: a part where you can enter the an animation sequence of some lettering that you want to scroll across the cube, as well as some custom patterns that you can select and how you want to animate them, as well as some pre-select patterns, and a field for being able to select like a custom movie that you want to produce and display in there. But anyway, just a simple example. Let's say I want to enter something like, I don't know, I love rockets. Okay, and I want to display it as a three-sided marquee or a two-sided marquee or a pull forward. Let's go ahead and do a three-sided marquee. I would add that to the animation sequence, and then I have a already sort of a beefy rocket that I've created an animation for, and I want that to scroll vertically, say 3 times. Add that to the animation sequence. And so let's go ahead and I'll just call this test. And I'll show you what this does. So I'll go ahead and hit run this pattern sequence, and now you can see the cube should show I love rockets. There we go. I love rockets. There's a three-sided marquee around the cube, and then you'll see the sort of a rocket launch there 3 times. So that's just a quick example of this this display capability, or what I can do with this this interface. So what it is this PC is set up with a Wi-Fi connection, to my home network. And the cube itself is also a Wi-Fi client. So they're actually talking to each other both as Wi-Fi clients. So they're not directly communicating, they're actually communicating through the internet. So I could have done this, from New York if I wanted to, done the same controlling. And in addition to that, I have like a pattern editor that allows you to create patterns and animations for this cube. And I don't know, let's say I wanted to just upload a simple pattern of, say, I want to make something like that. And then on the next plane, see, I navigated to the last plane there, and I want to illustrate another square. And I don't know, let's say in the middle I want to put another plane. Something like that. And we can just call this, I don't know, my planes. And I can register that pattern. Now that I've registered that pattern, I can go back and find it in my pattern sequence as a custom pattern. So what did I call that? My planes. Okay, there we go. And I can say something like, see my planes. Add that to the sequence. And let's say this time, I don't know, let's have it, let's have the lettering that says see my planes, have it just be sort of a pull forward lettering. In other words, the lettering is going to scroll forward. Yeah, let me scratch that. Let me start that over and say, see my planes and have it pull forward, add that to the sequence, and then I'm going to have my planes there, I don't know, scroll horizontally, say 5 times. Okay, add that to the sequence. And I'll just call this, I don't know, test again. I have to give it some kind of a name. And let me do that. Okay, now we send the request. The cube, see, there we go. See my planes. Scrolling forward. And then the 3 planes that I drew scroll to the side. So anyway, that's just a quick demo of this web-based interface. It's all Wi-Fi enabled and something that I plan to implement in the much larger cube. But I just wanted to implement the, show you how I created this connectivity and what we can put together. All right, thank you. Bye.